Stadium in Atlanta. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Brian Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Here's Manning to throw. With the catch, it's Townsend. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Here comes the offense on second down. He'll run it again. There's a crease. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
Motion from the wide receiver. Arch is going to throw for it. Hauls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You're bringing Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So
time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down.
that's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Russell. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Alabama pushing the tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown Longhorns. And they turn it into a defensive score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Keelan Russell buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's loose. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback's got the first. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. He's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing it.
Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Throwing Russell. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you've got to do something to create separation.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Here's Arts to throw. Pulls it in. It's Townsend. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often.
Here's a little room there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Manning with the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Defense in press coverage. Throwing Manning. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And the fan bases in the South, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty psychotic. They follow recruiting. They follow the transfer portal. And they've been following this cat right here. Like, big-time receiver, joining this league, joining your team. Expectations, Palmer, they're high. And you see why on that play. Dude's got some skill.
Yeah, he's big time, man. Listen, I'm not going to say this guy was flying under the radar before, but now he's going to become a household name playing wide receiver in the SEC. This is a conference that not only pumps guys into the NFL, people win Heisman trophies playing wide receiver in this conference, and this team thinks this guy's got an opportunity to be there in New York at the end of the year.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the red zone, it's Brown. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Tight end now in motion. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Edwards. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Again, it's Russell. Under fire. Trying to buy time. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Russell. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. To the air, it's Russell. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Buckeyes with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Throwing Russell. Oh, they're after him. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing right in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes. They've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. They go play action with Manning. He'll throw it. Coleman's. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Offense in a bunch formation. Creates a little space. Got enough for the first. Flying out to the left. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And how about the wheels? Makes the big play. And listen, Palmer, when you mess up early in the game, you put the ball on the turf, you want to make it up, that's a great way to do it right there.
Yeah, he's been playing motivated, and this coaching staff, they haven't quit on him. They've
just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you talk about wasting no time, that's what this offense just did. First play, explosive play. Second play, ready to rock and roll. 2-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Paul.
And they did a great job of getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play. Right after the long play, the call came in, everybody got lined up. They were wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Arch Madness. Here's a heat. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. To the air. It's Manning. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Manning from the gun on third down. They get to him as he throws. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. One more time, it's Brown. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a catch. Makes the grab in their space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keelan Russell. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Might be calling a hot route. Running inside. It's Riley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot, right? You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. Manning. Finds his man. It's Winston. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking to the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in defense, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Russell rushes on him, avoids the pressure and gets away. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Shoots it to the left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He'll do it himself. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Jenkins. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looking for a man, it's Russell. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll finally go out of bounds, but